Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Tyreek Told You YouTube channel. I know we're very inconsistent over here. We start things and we don't finish them. And now I found a new thing to start and potentially not finish. We're going to review NextGen NYC. This is episode one. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. Hopefully I do so I can keep reviewing it, but let's get this started. So we're like a minute into the episode, and they're doing this little clip montage of stuff that's going to happen throughout the season. And these people just seem annoying as hell. I don't think I want to like anybody. I'm gonna give them a fair chance, but the first impression is not good. I do like how the parents make appearances. Like I see Kim Zolciak, I see Candy Burris, I see Teresa Giudice. So, you gotta hold on to relevancy somehow. So the first person we meet is Ariana. She is Kim Zolciak's daughter. She tells us that, dealing with this divorce has been a lot, and she's happy to be out of Atlanta and in New York. We know both of her parents are broke, so somebody's got to make the money around here. So Ariana just walked past this apartment building. It had like a beautiful glass exterior, floor to ceiling windows. And then she pulled up Zillow to see how much the apartments were, and it was $6,000 a month for a two-bedroom. We know she can't afford that, so keep on walking. So now we're getting a little bit of the friendship dynamics. They're all housewives' kids. Ariana is Kim's daughter. We have Gia, Teresa's daughter from New Jersey, and we have Brooks. He's somebody's son from Salt Lake City. I never watched Salt Lake City, so I don't know who his parents are, but there's that. Brooks is Meredith's son. Again, I don't watch The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So if you know who Meredith is, her son is on this show. Brooks is doing a photo shoot with his mother, and then we meet Charlie, Ava, and there was somebody else who walked, Chloe, I think her name was. We don't know who these people are, though. They didn't get like a formal introduction. They just kind of walked in. Um, yeah, let's pick this up, Bravo. So there was just like some hullabaloo about people's relationship statuses. I wasn't that interested, and I don't remember what was said, but some of them are single, some of them are not. We just went back to Ariana and her boyfriend Hudson. They're out for lunch. Ariana was complaining about her red bottoms getting all scuffed up because they cost $800. I guess she doesn't know you can take your red bottoms to a cobbler and get the soles rubberized so that wouldn't happen. People don't know that. So Ariana is talking about how she's been on TV since she was a little kid because her mom is Kim Zolciak and she was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because of that, Ariana had a really big Instagram following and she had a career as a social media influencer and made a lot of money doing that. But unfortunately, her parents stole all her money. Now, I'm not shocked to hear that Kim stole from her, but Kroy was also stealing from her. You have the worst parents in the world. So to this day, Kim still asks Ariana for money and she always sends it. Hudson is not happy with this. Hudson is at least, Hudson is asking her to at least, try to see what she's spending the money on because you just send her these random Zelle amounts. She could be buying anything. She could be spending that money on wine, wigs. You don't know. It's not all going towards the kids. You're like paying child support to your own mother. So we just met a new character, Georgia. She's like some New York City socialite or something. She's mutual friends with Charlie and Brooks, I think. And then, they're at the club, they're drinking and taking shots. And Charlie asks Chloe, who is Brooks' little sister, out on a date. And that might be weird because Charlie is friends with Brooks. Do you think it's appropriate to date your friend's siblings? So now we're meeting Ava. She's Dame Dash's daughter. Y'all know Dame Dash from Rockefeller Records. He hates Jay-Z. He has like a $2 million tax lien. He owes a lot of money. And her mother is Rachel Roy. And Rachel Roy is allegedly Becky with the good hair. Now we're getting to know Charlie. He's the son of some big time investment banker. His dad gives him money and he spends that money trading crypto, and that's how he makes his money. Typical rich white kid stuff. So we just met Amira. She's doing a photo shoot. She's good friends with Brooks. They went to NYU together. And with Amira, there is definitely an elephant in the room that's not being addressed. And if they're not going to address it, I'm not going to address it. If and when that elephant is addressed, then we can talk about it, but you're not going to get me in trouble. Charlie and Chloe are on this date, and these conversations, I'm just too old for this, y'all. Like, y'all are little kids. So now we're meeting Riley, Candy Burris' daughter from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She just graduated from NYU, which I think is crazy. Like, do all these Bravo kids go to NYU? Anyway, Riley just told us that Candy gave her 1 year to get her shit together because she's getting cut off financially. So Riley is hanging out with Brooks, and Brooks is talking about how Ariana just moved to New York. And remember, Ariana is Kim's daughter. So Kim and Candy were on Roa together. So Ariana and Riley know of each other. Riley says she hasn't hung out with Ariana since they were like 10 years old because Kim and Candy fell out because Kim wanted to keep all the tardy for the party money. So Brooks is talking to Riley about how upset he is with Charlie because one, you're taking his little sister out on a date, but now you're sending inappropriate text messages like, "Oh, she might be at my house getting her back blown out." That's not what he said, but that's basically what he meant. And you know that you can't do that. That's disrespectful. And Riley is co-signing it. So, you know. Meanwhile, Charlie is playing basketball with his friend slash roommate. And it sounds like his friends agree that he is out of pocket sending those types of text messages. So I'm sure this is going to blow up. I'm sure that's going to be like the climax of the episode where Brooks addresses Charlie. Let's see what happens. So Hudson and Ariana are apartment hunting. They find an apartment. Of course, it's too small because they're from Atlanta. They're used to a lot of space for a much cheaper amount. This apartment is $6,000 and it's just not big enough for them. The realtor is telling them that to get the things that they want, like two bathrooms, two bedrooms, and all this other stuff, they need to double the budget, and they're not willing to do that. We also find out that Hudson's father founded Zaxby's, the chicken place. I wish we had that here in New York. I love getting Zaxby's when I'm in Atlanta. And Ariana, she has like a remote job, and she's also trying to start a fashion line. What is it about these Real Housewives and Real Housewives kids and wanting to do like clothing lines and stuff? Somebody has to be a firefighter. They better look at places in Jersey or the Bronx. So now we meet Gia, Teresa Giudice's daughter from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And she knows Brooks because they met at BravoCon and like hung out around the city or something. So yeah, they're just trying to force all these people into this group for the sake of the show. And I get it, but yeah, I don't think these people are really friends like that. We just watched a haunted fashion show at a church, and that was basically an opportunity to build up tension for this upcoming confrontation between Brooks and Charlie. So the crew was like out for drinks after the fashion show. Georgia is really trying to force these when Harry met Sally references. They're not landing because you're talking to people under the age of 25. Like when Harry Met Sally come out? Isn't that from like the 90s or something? How do you even know about that, Georgia? Anyway, Ava just walked in showing off her new Manolo Blahnik shoes, and Georgia touches the bottom of the shoe and then wipes her eye. You're going to go blind. Does anybody have any hand sanitizer in their purse? A disinfectant wipe, something. Get Georgia something. I can tell she don't wash her hands when she uses the bathroom. So Brooks and Gia are talking about Charlie, like Charlie's not sitting there. I think that's fucking weird. Y'all all came out to address Charlie. Why aren't you addressing Charlie? So anyway, Charlie hears himself being spoken about, so he asks what's going on. Gia tells Charlie that Brooks is upset with him. Charlie says that Gia is Brooks's mouthpiece and Brooks can speak for himself. This is like high school. So the boys go outside to smoke, the girls go to the bathroom, and we pick up audio of Georgia saying that she doesn't wash her hands after she uses the bathroom. How did I know that she wasn't a hand washer? She even says that she was the kid who used to eat candy off the sidewalk in the street. Georgia, why are you so nasty? So we end the episode with Georgia telling us that she wasn't raised to wash her hands after using the bathroom. Charlie doesn't care because he doesn't wash his hands either. Georgia's about to leave. She tries to give Riley a hug. Riley recoils because she's like, "Oh no, girl, don't touch me. After you've been touching on everything else, no." And now Georgia's like, "Oh, my body, my choice. I just met you. You don't tell me what to do with my body." And that's it. That's the episode. It was okay. I'll be back for episode two. Did y'all enjoy it? Let me know. And, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, go send it to your friends. Just do all the YouTube stuff. And follow me on my other platforms too. That's it. Bye.